What is good, everybody? Back with another Temple Dynasty rebuild episode. This will be the final episode of year 2. We got the Temple Owls playing in another American Championship against Tulane. It's going to be a rematch from year 1, where we went into Tulane and beat them when they were the number 13 team in the country. Now Temple is ranked 18th at the end of year 2. We're only a 62 overall, and I'm just going through the depth chart at this point. 2 of our 3 stars from last year, Kevin Biggers and Steven Edmond, are kind of at the bottom of the depth chart at this point. They haven't done a lot to move up and be the starters just yet, but we do expect them to have big careers for us down the line. Temple is a 2-star program at this point, and this will be our final game in the American as we're moving into the ACC next year and have a real chance to make the college football playoff if we can run the table. We'll have 3 seasons in the ACC to do so. The first 2 years in the American were fun, but we made the championship both years, and it was a little bit too easy. The ACC games are where we get our biggest test. So here we go, kicking off the rematch against Tulane. Let's see if the Owls can go back-to-back.
Competitive regular season, we are ready for the American Conference Championship game. One team walks out of here with a trophy. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls in Philadelphia and Lincoln Financial Field, as we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, against the 18th ranked team, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway.
All right, here we go. Temple Owls 9-3, ran the American this year at 8-0, facing the number 23 team, Tulane, who at 9-3. This is a rematch from last season's American Championship. You know, Tulane wants to come back and beat us after what we did to them on their home turf. But this Temple team has been great. McCoy has been phenomenal in his senior season after coming back, which we thought he might not have, but he's back. And he is an 80 overall at this point. So if you remember my rules from the first episode, I can hot route 1 time per play if I have an 80 overall quarterback. If I have a 90 overall quarterback, I can hot route as many times as I want. So you might see me do this frequently in this video, which made a massive difference because I'm able to do some routes that I like instead of just the coach suggestion plays that don't always work. So the Owls go up 7-0 in the first quarter, and now we're on defense. This is the same quarterback for Tulane that from year 1, so you know he wants revenge as well. They get a field goal to go, so it's 7-3. McCoy's running for his life and throws up a prayer. I thought we were going to come down with that, but he drops it. That would have been a sick play. So that's the end of the first. 7-3. I did cut down some of the plays in this game to make it somewhat quick because we also have the bowl game after this. But Tulane is now on the field. They're down 7-3, start of the second quarter. They march a little bit, get down to our 30. I'm highlighting just the computer in zones in this game, which they said College Football 27 and Madden 27 they fixed. But you can just see he just leaves all that open grass and doesn't pick up in the zone on third down. But we eventually get a sack on third, and the kick is up for Tulane. And it's off the post. A huge break for Temple there. 7-3 our ball. We throw to Mason, the freshman running back, who's been pretty dang good for us, even though he's only like a 70 overall. McCoy gets crushed on third down, so we punt it back to Tulane before the half. They're looking to get any points that they can, or / take the lead if they can get a touchdown. But our defense has been great in these American games. And look at this play. The receiver just throws like 5 Temple dudes off him. Just says, see ya, little boy's him. Pushes off 2 more. He just keeps trucking. Looks like Marshawn Lynch. And he gets in for 7. So Temple's now down 10-7 at home. Some pressure building as Mason finds the hole and he runs for like 50. But it could be, you know, what we saw last year where the home team in this game loses on their home turf. Temple's trying to not let that happen as we hit Mason on the Texas route. And we go up 14-10 at the end of the half. So this has been a battle so far. Mason is the player spotlight of the first half. He's got 60 total yards and a touchdown. He's been really good for a freshman. So can the defense come through on 3rd and 7, and we get a huge stop to get the ball back. Like I said, this will be our final game in the American Conference as we're moving into the ACC next year in year 3 of the 5-year challenge to try to win a natty. So it gets real next year. Every single game is going to be difficult. Every team is going to be better than us. So, we ran the American. We went 15-1 in the regular season in both the first 2 years to prove that we can handle this competition to get into the ACC. But now we're just trying to close it off and pick up that second American title for Coach Pep Talk Pete. So Mason gets out of the backfield for another easy score. McCoy is balling. We're up 21-10. Just need to close out this game. The computer bombs it up. I switch to the safety and get a user lurk. Give me that. Easy. Going the other way. Temple's up 21-10 at the end of the third. It's going to breeze through this fourth quarter here. As long as we don't turn it over, we should win this ball game. On 3rd and 14, McCoy gets out of the pocket and picks up 15 yards on the ground to pick up a huge first. We're faced with another 3rd down. First down again. We're just driving. At this point, we just need a first down to basically seal the game, which we get. So Temple is going to knee it out, and they're going to be back-to-back American Conference champions, going 17-1 in the first 2 seasons, just dominating. Shout out Giovanni McCoy for running this conference and doing his thing for us his junior and senior year. That's going to be the end of his timeline in conference play. We will have him for our bowl game next. But shout out McCoy for a great first 2 years. Pep Talk Pete getting the handshake. Coach saying, I can't beat you, man. I wish I could. Hey, McCoy, great career, bro. Can't beat you either. So Temple is going to win the American as they're highlighting McCoy right now. What a player. I do go through the stats real quick. That game wasn't a scare at all for us, really. We had 300 yards, basically doubled them on offense. McCoy goes 13 for 16 with 146 and 2 tutties. And Mason 105 yards. He dominated. So there's that game. McCoy sets the season record for passing yards. We win the American Championship. We get Ty Meeks, a 3-star, one of our program changers, to commit.
Yep.
And Mason gets player of the game. So here comes the bowl game that we were in against Colorado State. We felt a little disrespected as the number 18 in the country win our conference, and then we get a 6-7 bowl game against Colorado State. So here we go. Let's dominate these boys. Let's see what happens here.
Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
All right, so Colorado State went 6-6 this year. Temple's 10-3, and we were ranked 18th in the conference championship. And I felt like there was a chance we might have gotten into the college football playoff, and they actually moved us back a spot to 19th in the country, so we felt disrespected coming into this game against a Colorado State team that we thought we were going to destroy on this field, the TCU Horned Frog field. That was not the case. They came out, guns blazing, go up 7-0 early, punch us right in the mouth. This will be McCoy and some of our other seniors' final game in the Temple uniform. Just showing again that McCoy's an 80, so I can hot route once per play, which I figured would allow me to light these boys up on offense. But this just simply was not the case. We get sacked back-to-back plays here. Our O-lineman picks it up, gets tackled by like 12 dudes. So we punt it. Colorado State is flying back down the field. Missed tackle. They're basically in our zone already, in the red zone. We make a big stop. So 4th and 11, they kick a field goal. So just like that, we're down 10-0. And the offense needs to answer quick because we know what happens in these type of games where teams can just run away. We had 13 yards in the first quarter. That is not going to get it done. So we're faced with another 3rd and long, and I just throw it away. They were covering us so well, and we were getting crushed in the trenches. There was nothing we could do. They connect on another post route. So all of a sudden, we're faced, they have another field goal. We're faced down 13-0 early in the second quarter. 2nd and 8, we pick up a first. McCoy's final game in the Cherry Reds. I would love to see him go out with a win. He's been so good for us. The freshman Mason picks up a big play. 1st and 10. Hit the drag route. Beautiful spin. Down to the 20. Faced with another 3rd and long. This is what I mean. They were just bringing pressure. We couldn't stop them. No one was getting open. And we shank a field goal. So at the end of the half, we miss a field goal. And we go down 13-0 going into halftime. We're shell-shocked. We can't believe what's happening. We thought this 6-6 Colorado State team would just, we would dominate, and it just wasn't happening. So we get ball here. We need some points. McCoy throws across the middle on 1st and 10, picks up a big gain down to their 20. He sees some room, picks up about 8. 2nd and 8, throws across the middle. That was Steven Edmond, our 3-star, and Mason gets in. So 13-7. 3rd and 1. Big stop here. They throw a nice RPO out route to pick up the first. Our defense needs to make a big play. And I go for the interception, and he just bombs it over my head. So 20-7. Our defense, which is normally pretty good, is getting destroyed right now. And this team's only like a 60-something overall like us. McCoy just throws, what was that? Throws an interception to a D lineman. What are we doing? But then the next play, our safety makes a huge play and intercepts it. So 2 straight turnovers. Temple gets a chance at redemption. We're going to hand it off to Mason. Finds a little hole. And he fumbles as he's going down. Colorado State picks it up. So 3 consecutive turnovers. I'm now using it as a linebacker, and I pick it off. So 4 straight plays with an interception gives Temple life. Or 4 straight plays with a turnover gives Temple life. And we need to capitalize here after that crazy sequence. We drop a nice throw from McCoy, 3rd and 10. Hit the Texas route, which always works. Mason, nice little move there, young man. McCoy hits the drag. 3rd and goal. There's a nice pass down to the 1. And we're going to get in for 6 as the 3rd quarter expires. So what a crazy 3rd quarter that was. 4 straight plays with turnovers. And we're bringing the pressure, and we can't get there. We need one more stop to give us life here to try to win a bowl game, which we lost our bowl game in year 1, so this would be nice to win. And the running back hits the hole, picks up about 20 yards. This has been a disaster of a game and reaches the end zone. So we're down. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. We block the kick, and we are going to take this back. So 26-16, that's actually huge because now it's only a 10-point game. So we can get field goals to make it a 1-possession game. And we're going to go with the screen pass, and he's going to pick up a big gain. I didn't think we would lose any games with me being able to hot route. And this is the only time we're going to be able to do so because McCoy's graduating, and our quarterback next year is going to be about a 70. So we get the field goal to go. We're down 7 points, 3rd and 5. We're bringing the blitz. We got to get off the field here. And we do. We get a huge sack, which is going to give the senior McCoy one more chance to tie the game. One more drive. 3rd and 14. Of course, offensive line doesn't hold up. We cut it to 4th and 10. Could this be McCoy's final snap? He hot routes the one guy on a post, and he's going to make him do a little quick slant. Nothing's there. The corner makes an unbelievable play and comes off that underneath route and intercepts us. And for back-to-back seasons, we lose our bowl game. So that is not great to see as we head into year 3. I don't know if we're built for these bowl games. Something about them, the pressure. What happens if we get to the college football playoff and we fold? That would be devastating. We got to get it together in these playoff games. We are able to win the American Conference Championship in back-to-back years, but we do lose back-to-back bowl games. So that is going to do it for year 2 and McCoy's career at Temple and the rest of the seniors. It was a fun first 2 years in the American, but it's time for bigger and better things as we enter the ACC. So I will be highlighting a little bit of the offseason here, but McCoy's final game, he goes 15 for 28. One of our 2-star freshman receivers just broke the all-time season record for yards. But let's get into the offseason here for anybody that does care about the offseason and the new roster. It's going to be about a 6-minute segment, so feel free to skip forward. But we had some interesting players that were going to leave. Steven Edmond, our program changer from year one, was going to leave, but we brought him back. Ryan Boyd, who the 2-star who actually just broke the season record for yards in a season, is actually going to leave. I guess one of the big fish just came and got him from probably the Big Ten or SEC. So thank you for coming your freshman year here, but I understand why you're leaving, but I wish you would have stayed. So we're just trying to get players to resign here or come back. But, heading into year 3, we're going to be hopefully higher than a 62 overall. And we're going to be playing teams that are much better than us in the 80 range. Our ACC non-con games have kind of prepped us for this. But there's not going to be any easy weeks anymore. And we're going to have to get it done in these tough games to try to make the college football playoff. So we're advancing here. I don't see us making the college football playoff at 62 overall. But hopefully if we get to a 3-star program, then I can start recruiting some 4-stars, which would make a huge difference for us. But currently just going through the transfer portal and recruiting board, we did have a bunch of 3-stars commit. And the last one we're trying to get right now is Corey Kareem. Oh, and actually Foxworth, the left tackle. But if we're able to get those 2 players, then we have 5 3-star commits. And that would be huge because then we have 10 total going back to last year. And like I said, once we reach a 3-star program, it is really going to change us because then we can start recruiting 4-stars, which hopefully happens before year 4 or 5 to really make a difference. But the next episodes are going to be about the ACC gameplay and just getting closer into the college football playoff as we go for that. But yeah, recruiting for this team hasn't been easy. We get Christian Foxworth, the 3-star left tackle. That's actually huge. He's from Pennsylvania. But here you can see all the commits that we have. It was a pretty good offseason. We are excited for year 3. Training results we had in the offseason, we had some interesting ones. Quarterback go to 77. Looking at the quarterback, so Von Lincoln last year was like a 60. Yeah, he was a 69, so he improves to a 71. Mason gets a +1. Our receiving core isn't great, but it was cool to see a lot of these improvements. Stephen Evan and Kevin Biggers went up a decent amount of overall, so they actually might be playable this year. It sucks that Ryan Boyd left because he was our speedster, but I am expecting a big year from them. So here we go. I'm officially going to put Temple Owls in the ACC. The challenge was once I got the 3-star, I was going to move him in there, but I think it makes sense to move us in there for year 3 after dominating the American, going 15-1. And then custom schedules, I am going to schedule Colorado State week 1 to get our revenge at the Link. I am going to leave Penn State. And then I don't believe I made any changes here, but you can see our schedule is not too easy. Going through the depth chart before year 3, Von Lincoln's going to be our starter. He's a 71, so he's got a ways to go. He redshirted last year, so I fully expect him to be our quarterback the rest of this series unless we get a 4-star commit eventually. We are a 2.5-star school at this point. Our receivers are not great, but our 2 top guys who have 91 and 92 speed, that'll be huge. But look at the top right there. We're a 59 overall. So when I took over the program, we were a 69 overall. We've dropped 10 overalls after going 15-1 in conference play and winning 2 conference championships. The problem was I underestimated how hard this challenge was, how I could only get 5 players above our program rank. So I've only been recruiting 2-stars for the most part around this at this point of the series. And yeah, that's really hurt us because now we're a 59 overall. And we're going to be playing teams that are in the 80 range. And when we play our top teams in the conference, like Notre Dame, Miami, etc., they're going to be about 90 overall. So we really are going to be challenged here. Do I think we can do it? Yeah, I do. But we're going to have to be perfect. We can't have many turnovers. Our defense is not going to be able to get any stops. We're going to lose in the trenches. But here's our guy, Von Lincoln. Get to know him because he's going to be the guy to take us to the promised land. I'm setting him as a captain. And he's going to be the guy to take over for us as we enter the ACC in year 3 as a 59 overall. Von Lincoln, number 7. He's a freshman, and he's getting thrown right into the fire. So get to know him, everybody. This is going to be a lot of fun. McCoy was great for us. He did turn the ball over a lot, but he did a lot for us the first 2 years, and now we're handing the keys to the freshman Von Lincoln, who we recruited in year 1. So really excited. Stay tuned for the next episodes. They'll be coming out shortly as year 3 gets kicked off. I am trying to finish this series before College Football 27 comes out. But, yeah, so there we go. Von Lincoln, 71 overall. Mason's a 75. And these are going to be the boys trying to get it done for Temple. But stay tuned.